Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Newton, back with another reading. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. Yep. Pisces, what's up with it? Hey man, before I even got to doing this, right, I was hearing I don't know if you guys ever watched Boys in the Hood, with Ice Cube, right? Anyway, there's this part at the end. What's up there, Lance Kitty? Good morning. There's this part at the end where they were about to go back and ride on the guy that had killed Doughboy's brother. And Trey was in the back, and he's like, Doe, let me out. Like, let me out. You know what I mean? And they dropped him off because he didn't want to be part of, like, what was about to happen. So it may be that. You may be wanting to get out before it's, like, too late. That could be the vibe. You know what I mean? Or you could be wanting to change direction. All right, what we got? Trine. All right, so Trine is going to be a beneficial opportunity. Oh, shit, Trine and Lilith. All right, so it's going to be an opportunity to do as you see fit or as you please. All right, you may be getting to overindulge. You may be getting to splurge. You may be getting to have, like, multiple rewards, accomplishments, achievements that happen almost, I would say some of y'all, almost overnight. These could be happening kind of rapidly, too. So it's accelerated growth that may come your way. And it's in a sense that's going to allow you to feel like, I can just do anything. I can do as I please. You know, it may make you feel confident in that light where, you start seeing your capabilities. You start wanting to be more independent. You know what I mean? So maybe some of y'all like freeing yourselves, maybe from a job, from a career, from a mindset, from a family, from a relationship, whatever. It's one of those, it's a sense where it's like, I kind of want to go my own way and I'm comfortable whichever way it works. And stuff just kind of falls into place for you too. So, all right, so it is a moment to overindulge. And it could be, I don't know, maybe a big moment. What does it say? It says someone has a secret obsession with something that is rooted in them. They hunger for it and don't know how to break free. So this could just, so that could be with little things. It's like an overindulgent type of energy at times, but it's in a sense where this is what I desire for myself. And it made me, at one time, I felt like if I go after this, that maybe I'll be criticized, ostracized, outcasted by family. Maybe I'd lose something that I care about or dearly, you know what I mean? But it's like, I want this, I desire this for me. So there may be that type of energy where it's like, it used to be a temptation or it used to be something secret that you kept to yourself, but now you're feeling confident enough to start expressing it. All right, so the obsession could just be of like, I want this to happen. So you may be getting, again, maybe more motivated, more driven. What does it say? It says, you exude divine feminine power and psychic gifts that are untouchable to muggle. Embrace the divine within you. So yes, comfort, you're becoming comfortable. And then we got cat spirit. Cat spirit is always about being independent, able to forage for yourself, able to take care of yourself. They're not really a pack animal, you know what I mean? Cats do it on their own. So you guys are maybe starting to trust your instincts, starting to trust your intuition, all right? Starting to even feel a lot more attractive or a lot more sexual. And when you feel sexual, it just makes you feel more creative to create outcomes that you would have wanted or needed in your life, in your everyday life, all right? So it gives you a sense of empowerment because you're like, I am capable, I can do this. And then as you take more action, it starts compounding. So it's maybe like literally compound interest in situations that you've invested in or connections or just on any actions that you start taking. You're gonna start seeing like, oh, when I trust my instinct, I'm right. You know what I mean? So it says someone is spiritually or physically all up in your energy. Do a cord cutting to naturally to what? Do a cord cutting ritual to receive what? To remove them. It's the font for some reason. The font was off a little bit. All right, so you may be having a feeling of intensity shortly. It says responsibility. So there could be an expansion of your responsibility. So maybe this is well, that comes with like when you get all these extra abundance that comes, you have more responsibility to either maintain it or to like steward it to others. So that may be what's going on here. Because you got responsibility, but it comes with harmony. So it's not even like it's going to be an issue. Individuality. So you guys could be possibly teaching others or showing others or basically just kind of like really, some of y'all may become just tarot readers. That might be what I'm really just describing because now we got Fountain. And Fountain has to do with being a great storyteller, having to like express a bigger vision or having more like a visionary mindset, but like speaking your word into reality. So that would maybe what you guys are learning or like getting into because trying is a natural talent that you've always had. You just never used it. You know what I mean? Or you just got complacent because you always had it. You know what I mean? Like, say for instance, people always give you stuff. Like maybe, you just talk and they just give you stuff. Or maybe you're very attractive and they just give you stuff. Trying isn't always physical, but I'm just giving you an example so you can kind of understand what I'm saying. being like attractive, being tall, being maybe strong, being very intelligent. These are things that we've always had. Some people have always had and really never looked at them or never really utilized them to their advantage. This is an opportunity now, because maybe you felt like for instance, say I'm 6'8", 6'12", well 6'12" is 7 foot, but 6'10", 11, and we're playing pickup basketball, and I could be dunking every time on everybody, and I don't, because it's a talent that's mine, but I would feel like I'm taking advantage of everybody if I were to do it this way. You guys aren't going to be thinking that way anymore. You guys are going to be imposing your individuality and taking it more as a gift. And this is also going to inspire other people to do the same. All right, so you're basically going to be showing traits of yourself that you were like hiding, but something that you should have been proud about. All right, so it could just be your view on life. So maybe you start sharing more of that, or it could be anything, or just ideas, visions, you know what I mean, whatever. So what does it say? Earth element, becoming grounded. So becoming grounded, stable, practical, hardworking. So you might become a lot more passionate about whatever it is that you really put your time, your energy into. So it gives like a higher purpose. You may just start feeling like, all right, whatever I'm involved in has a bigger purpose. Like, you know what I mean? Like you may even feel connected to the divine. That might just be it. Like I'm connected. You may just feel like the internet, like you're just kind of like tapped in at any moment with everything that's around you, which is normal. You're a Pisces, but I guess it just feels that way when you get into the flow, because that's what a trine is. I get into the flow, and it's like shooting free throws after a while. Once you get the right movement and you already have it lined up, you could close your eyes and just shoot them. So it's that feeling of like, okay, I trust me. I trust in me. I trust in my vision. I didn't just have these ideas, or I just didn't have this thought, this inclination for no reason. You know what I mean? So it comes off that way. And because of that, because it has more like a spiritual aspect, you stay devoted to working on it and putting energy, time, investment into it. All right, so what does it say? It says you are swimming against the current, swim with the flow. So that's what you're going into. Time has come to get everything your ancestors would deny. So this could be generational wealth sometimes. This could be just like karmic patterns, or familiar patterns. What do you call ancestral patterns, like behaviors, negative things, traits that maybe, like for instance, in my family, talking up is was always a big thing for us. So for me to be doing this is like unheard of. They could never imagine me, especially me, because I'm usually the one that don't do a lot of talking to people in public. So that may be like a cycle that you may break for family members. They may see that, oh, if you can talk and you can speak and you can communicate as well as you can with multitudes of people, then I can do the same, or I can do something else that I was afraid to do. So that comes up too. Or I don't see where it's opposition, because they didn't get none of that. So it can't be. It's individuality. So you're just gonna be feeling like more confident to do as you please. Some of y'all are gonna be leaving a relationship. I just seen 2 of Cups in reverse. It could be done with a Cancer or a Libra Taurus. That might be what some of y'all were afraid to do, and it just kind of works out better. We got the Hermit here, so you guys want a lot. You don't want space or singlehood. If not singlehood, you guys want to get to know yourselves deeper. You want to know what you're capable of. You want to know. I'm not gonna say what the world holds, but maybe, you know what I mean. But it just gives more of this spiritual aspect of like, I'm heading in a different direction, and I feel like it's meant for me. You know what I mean? So, whatever direction you guys are going in, it has more responsibility, more of abundant life. Okay, so we got Judgment, 5 of Swords. Okay, so people may be trying to impose like what's the right or wrong thing to do. I think that's what's going to be trying to like, so because you always have to have conflict. 5 of Swords is a conflict, or it's a test. You know what I mean? Because that's like the opposition that I was talking about. Well, twos are used. Oh yeah, and I seen 2 of Cups earlier, so that is opposition. So squares and opposition. So twos and 2 of Cups and the 5 of Swords is squares and oppositions. So this means that choices are having to be made, new actions are having to be taken. It's a 5 of Swords and the Judgment. I mean the Justice. So they're usually judging you for your behavior. So what they do is they criticize you. So this may be like, say for instance, say you wanted to leave a long-standing job, career, to go fucking live in a camper, you know what I mean, and film YouTube, you know what I'm saying? It may make you feel empowered, and it can actually work out for you, and you may already have this like download that you need to do something. It could become an obsession, and because of that, it reflects your individuality and where people have their own fears, because Lilith also was empowered in what other people feared. You know what I mean? It wasn't like her power to like take advantage of them, but it was just something that people had never seen before. So it can just be, maybe people have never seen you, like I said, express yourself. Maybe they've never seen you try to work out. Maybe they've never seen you try to start a business. Maybe they've never seen you try to create content. You know what I mean? It's just that once you start feeling confident in like who you are, and wanting like that space or this individuality, or really wanting to know who you are on a deeper level or express that openly in the public, you'll have some type of people like, coming against you, because the Five of Swords is that. And they usually bring up ethics, the right or wrong way, the way that you said it, all that shit. You know what I mean? They try to like make you doubt yourself. They gaslight you. You know what I mean? To make you feel like you doing what's best for you is wrong. So some of y'all, like I said, it is leaving a relationship because of the Two of Cups, but it could also be changing maybe your views around a relationship, because some of y'all may be having more of a futuristic mindset coming up. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. So it may be an insincere apology, or people just won't be fond of the changes. They won't be fond of like the communication that you're like the way that you talk or the way that you communicate now. So some of y'all may be like just saying things as it is, because we got the Nine of Swords in reverse. Or people are going to be wanting to do that if this was like because the Five of Swords and the Justice, because sometimes be people wanting to make amends for the stuff that they've done in the past. Page of Cups is here with the Knight of Swords. This could be them making an insincere apology, but it's because of something that they feel has maybe changed about you on a deeper level, you know what I mean? And now they're becoming obsessed about you. All right, because it's like they're, they could be all up on you, or wanting to be all up on you because something has changed, you know what I mean? And some of y'all, which changes, maybe you guys become a lot more sexually desirable, maybe a lot more confident, a lot more driven, you know what I mean? Or a lot more just intense and independent. And because of your independence and like not really needing other people for validation, or not really needing other people's approval or compliments or comments, or, you know what I mean? Like, oh, some of y'all may even cut your comments off, or cut your, I don't know, something off, like on, I don't know, I was thinking Instagram, so, Anyway, let me give you all the signs. Could be a Cancer, Leo, Gemini, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Libra, Virgo, Scorpio. All right. And it says Earth element, so we'll say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so anyway, Pisces, thank y'all for being here. Thanks for rocking and rolling. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for the likes. Y'all have a great day. I'm about to hit the gym, so I'm gone.